Hey y'all, I'm Susan. Welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch's Homestead Happenings. I hope everyone is staying safe and warm during this Snowmaggedon 2026. This winter hasn't been anything to joke about and will most likely go down in the history books as one of the worst winters in years, especially here in the South, which has people stranded on highways and homes without power. I'm pretty sure we will see death tolls rising. As I'm preparing this episode, another winter storm is supposed to hit the eastern U.S. coast with a snow cyclone. I'm praying for everyone in the path of these storms. Our temps are dropping into the negative digits, and my husband hasn't been to work in over a week. We had snow, sleet, rain, and freezing rain a week ago, and it's still treacherous out there. The state sent TDOT trucks to clear the roads, but side roads and country gravel roads like ours is still impassable. Then the ice is falling off the trees, creating another disaster in waiting. Which brings me to today's topic, episode 25, Pantry and Freezer Inventory, Quiet Work that Prepares the Homestead. We are so thankful for a full pantry and freezer of food. We did have a 10-hour power outage, and we survived with propane heat, oil lamps, candles, and plenty of pooled water. We ate cold meals from foods I prepared in advance, although we could have made a temporary heat source for cooking. We were warm and we were safe. I had pooled water for washing and rinsing dishes as well as for drinking and flushing our toilets. Our biggest concern was frozen water pipes. We left the faucets on when the power came back on, and thankfully there was no frozen pipes. Our frozen foods stayed frozen and refrigerated foods were perfectly fine. The extreme cold didn't affect our pantry goods. To me, it was our emergency food storage that really brought us through a week of groceries. 3 meals a day. We definitely made a dent in our supplies because excess foods in our freezers were thawed and fed to our flocks. It sure made the freezer clean out easy. In the background roll, you'll see me cleaning the kitchen using those 2 pots of water to clean with. You'll see me working in my pantry, putting canned goods and home canned goods away, and looking our freezers today to take stock. January is the month I like to take stock or inventory what we have on hand so that I can plan our garden and our canning season. Taking stock and rotating stock is important to the homesteaders. It is food security from simple days spent preserving harvests. Having enough food on hand in an emergency really gives me peace of mind. In my recent look at our pantry, I noticed that I was low on a variety of canned dry beans that's been pressure canned and ready to use. I like having canned beans in my pantry shelves because that means MRE, meal ready to eat, and I can just pop a jar open and eat it if necessary without heating. But believe me, I would rather have it hot. Hubby dug into our 25-year emergency food this morning and is taking inventory of what we have in there. It's a real emergency food stock, but with it are cans of dehydrated vegetables that I have processed and stored properly. Those cans can last up to 20 to 25 years. Beans and rice or pasta are also foods that, when stored properly, will last 25 years or longer. Flour, refreeze before we store it in the pantry because flour can have mealy bugs and eggs in it. Freezing it will kill off any bugs or eggs in the flour. Then we store the flour with a bay leaf and seal the jars or use oxygen absorbers for long-term storage. When preparing my dry good canning, I always think beans and rice equal a whole protein. In case we run out of meat, we have a protein source. We can all kinds of vegetables during the summer and fall months, including pickles and relishes. I also ferment sauerkraut, garlic, and vinegars. Fermented foods are good for your gut bacteria, giving pre- and probiotics. Canned vegetables maintain their nutritional values as long as they are sealed and stored in a cool, dark room. Most canned goods last at least 18 months, but from my experience, they last much longer. Here's the goal for 2 people for 1 year in the home canning pantry. And these are just estimates, y'all. You don't have to go by this strictly. You want vegetables 1 to 2 servings per day. So fresh green beans, you would need 24 to 30 quarts. Corn, you would need 18 to 24 quarts. Carrots, 12 to 18 quarts. Peas, 12 quarts. Potatoes, 12 quarts. Mixed vegetables, 12 quarts. Beets, greens, or okra are optional, 6 to 12 quarts, with a total of 120 to 140 quarts of vegetables. Now the next topic would be tomato products, and that didn't include things like enchilada sauce and spaghetti sauce, etc. But this is a general idea of what you might want to have in your pantry. Tomatoes are the backbone of the pantry. Diced tomatoes, 24 quarts. Crushed tomatoes, 12 to 18 quarts. Tomato sauce, 12 to 18 quarts. Salsa, 12 to 18 pints. Tomato juice, 6 to 12 quarts. Total tomatoes, 60 to 70 quarts. Beans and legumes, dry packed or pressure canned beans. Pinto beans, 12 to 18 quarts. Black beans, 12 quarts. Kidney, navy, Great Northern beans, 12 quarts. Baked beans, chili beans, 12 quarts. Total number of beans, 50 to 55 quarts. If you think it sounds like a lot, it really is. Meats, pressure canned. Chicken, 24 quarts. Beef, 18 to 24 quarts. Ground beef, 12 to 18 quarts. Pork, 6 to 12 quarts. Broth or stock, 24 quarts. Total meat and broth, 85 to 100 quarts. Fruits, like apples, 18 to 24 quarts. Peaches or pears, 18 to 24 quarts. Berries, 12 to 18 pints. Fruit cocktail, 6 to 12 quarts. Total fruit, 45 to 55 quarts. Ready to eat MREs. Soups, 18 to 24 quarts. Stews, 12 to 18 quarts. Chili, 12 quarts. Sloppy Joe or taco meat, 12 quarts. Total meals, 55 to 65 quarts. Condiments and extras. Pickles and relish, 12 to 18 pints. Barbecue sauce or ketchup, 6 to 12 pints. Jams and jelly, 12 to 18 half pints. Pie filling, 6 to 12 quarts. Grand total jars, total quarts and pints would be 450 to 520 in your pantry. Now let's get into the list of dry goods on hand for 2 people for 1 year. Assuming that you cook most of your meals at home, that you're using home canned meats, vegetables, and fruit, and you're baking from scratch. Grains and flours, all-purpose flour, 100 to 150 pounds. Whole wheat flour, 25 to 50 pounds. Cornmeal, 25 pounds. Rice, 100 pounds. Oats, 50 pounds. Pasta, 50 to 75 pounds. Baking mix or pancake mix, 10 to 20 pounds. Dry beans and legumes, pinto, 50 pounds. Black beans, 25 pounds. Navy or Great Northern beans, 25 pounds. Lentils, 20 pounds. Split peas, 15 pounds. Chickpeas, 15 pounds. Total beans would be 150 pounds. Sweeteners, white sugar, 75 to 100 pounds. Brown sugar, 25 pounds. Powdered sugar, 10 pounds. Honey, 25 to 40 pounds. Molasses, 1 to 2 gallons. Maple syrup, 1 to 2 gallons. Salt, fats, and oils. Canning salt, 25 to 30 pounds. Olive oil, 3 to 5 gallons. Vegetable oil, lard or tallow, 3 to 5 gallons. Coconut oil or shortening, 2 to 3 gallons. Vinegar, 6 to 8 gallons. Leavening and baking essentials. Yeast, 2 pounds. Baking powder, 5 to 10 pounds. Baking soda, 5 pounds. Cornstarch, 10 pounds. Cocoa powder, 5 pounds. Vanilla extract, 16 to 32 ounces. Spices and seasoning. Black pepper, 2 pounds. Garlic powder, 2 pounds. Onion powder, 2 pounds. Chili powder, 1 pound. Paprika, 1 pound. Italian seasoning, 1 pound. Cinnamon, 1 pound. Taco season components, you want to buy those in bulk. Bouillon, you want to buy those in large jars. Powdered and shelf-stable dairy. Powdered milk, 20 to 50 pounds. Evaporated milk, 24 to 36 cans. Sweet condensed milk, 12 to 24 cans. Shelf-stable butter powder is optional. Shelf-stable buttermilk powder is also optional. Breakfast and comfort food items. Cold cereal, 20 to 30 pounds. Granola ingredients you would buy in bulk. Coffee, 15 to 20 pounds. Tea, 500 to 700 bags. Hot cocoa mix you would buy in bulk. Miscellaneous pantry items like popcorn kernels, 25 pounds. Nuts and seeds, 20 to 30 pounds. Baking chocolate chips, 10 to 15 pounds. Crackers would need to be rotated. Items needed for long-term storage would be Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers, food-grade buckets. You would want to label with date and contents, store in a cool, dark, dry place. Reality check. You don't need everything on the list to start. A strong base of a pantry is flour, rice, beans, sugar, salt, oils, and oats. Build slowly and you'll get there. Here's some low-carb, diabetic-friendly ideas to store. Almond flour. You would need 40 to 50 pounds, but you want to buy that in small amounts because it can go rancid. Coconut flour, 20 to 25 pounds. Flaxseed meal, 15 pounds. Psyllium husk powder, 5 to 7 pounds. Lupin flour, which is optional, 10 to 15 pounds. Oat fiber, 10 pounds, but it has 0 net carbs. Low-carb legumes and protein add-ins would be soybeans or edamame or black soybeans, and I don't recommend any of those personally. Textured vegetable protein is optional, 10 pounds. Collagen peptides, 5 to 10 pounds. Fats and oils would be extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, ghee, or lard, or tallow. Sweeteners would be erythritol, and I would avoid that. Monk fruit, you want the pure, not blended. Allulose, liquid stevia, blackstrap molasses. Thickeners, blenders, and pantry helpers would be xanthan gum, guar gum, unflavored gelatin, agar-agar, and nutritional yeast. Salts, acids, and flavor builders would be sea salt or kosher salt, potassium, no salt salt, apple cider vinegar, white vinegar, and lemon juice. Spices would be garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, pure chili powder, cinnamon, the Ceylon cinnamon, turmeric, ginger powder, Italian seasoning, and bouillon. For dairy and egg support, powdered whole eggs, powdered heavy cream, shelf-stable cheese crisps that you would rotate, Parmesan powder. Breakfast and comfort would be chia seeds, hemp hearts, unsweetened coconut flakes, cocoa powder unsweetened, coffee, and herbal teas. Snacks and emergency options would be pork rinds that you would rotate, nuts like almonds, pecans, and walnuts, sunflower seeds, unsweetened nut butters. Fats store in cool, dark, and airtight. Nuts and flours freeze or oxygen absorbers. Sweeteners airtight in jars. Label net carbs, not total carbs. Prioritize your fats, oils, almond, coconut, and flour, sweeteners, spice, salt, nuts, and seeds if you're diabetic. The canning schedule starts with a freezer clean out in January. You want to focus on your protein, low-carb veggies, your MREs, and your tomatoes. Some months you can double, some months you can do none. This plan is flexible with life, health, and weather. Meats that you want to cook, not can, would be steaks, chops, and whole chicken. You want to keep those in the freezer, along with extra butter, shredded cheese, cream cheese, sour cream for cooking only. Vegetables like cauliflower and broccoli, zucchini, bell peppers, and onions, spinach or kale, and backup green beans to be canned. You can also freeze berries, peaches, and apples. Whole eggs, cracked and frozen egg whites, and flour doughs portioned out. You want to vacuum seal your meats into portion size, flat freeze whenever possible, label and date. A 7 cubic foot chest freezer holds 250 pounds of food. A 14 to 15 cubic freezer holds 450 to 500 pounds of food. Don't can but freeze bacon, fatty cuts of meat, cheese and cream, cauliflower and broccoli, eggs, and pre-baked foods. This is exactly why I don't can everything. Preparedness in your pantry is building and quiet wisdom. A well-stocked pantry brings peace long before it brings meals. The quiet work of stocking a pantry is felt loudest when the times are hard. We are prepared, not panicked. Our new channel schedule is full-length videos Monday and Friday, Tuesday podcast, third Thursday live shorts, and occasionally community tab for extras, and that don't always make it into the week's videos. On this channel, I'm focused on sharing my knowledge and what I learned through homesteading in a double-wide mobile home on 1.5 acres, becoming anti-consumerism, more independent, and learning from you too. I'm mastering multi-generational skills for a self-sufficient life. We share a resourceful homestead. Kitchen duties, gardening, our flocks, DIYs, our golden years, and managing diabetes and autoimmune diseases. You can contact me at thehillbillychickenranch@gmail.com or via mail, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, P.O. Box 15, Pinson, Tennessee 38366, or through viewer community post. I'm also on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Thank you for being a part of our community. Be blessed and a blessing. Our next topic will be Lessons from Snowmaggedon 2026, what worked and what didn't. See you next time. Here's some content I think you might like. Thank you for visiting our homestead. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hype, and share to help our small channel grow. See you next time for more simple living, frugal tips, and farmyard fun.